come together.
So with that being said, the best man, best friend. Yeah!
Oh, we thought you were trying to get some perspective.
Okay, bring it in. Okay.
Oh, Henry.
Mark?
We'll back up in the picture. This is a toast.
Oh. So we can hear you.
Exactly. We can hear it. He's not as loud as me. How's everyone feeling?
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome wedding this morning.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know, my name is Henry, and in addition to officiating Dan and Erin's wedding, I'm honored to be Dan's best man. I'm honored because Dan is a remarkable person, and he's touched the lives of many people, and I feel extremely lucky to be included in that group. Dan and I met over 30 years ago, and in that time, we have created and shared many stories. But for those who know Dan, pretty much every day in his life.
Day in the life.
Yeah, not only does he have the uncanny ability to get himself in the most precarious situations.
Precarious.
But he also has the ability to turn mundane, ordinary events into fascinating and oftentimes extremely funny stories. For instance, just the other day he was telling me a story of being called into jury duty. I'm sure most of the people here have been to jury duty, and sitting in that waiting room waiting to be called is one of the most boring experiences of your life. But somehow Dan finds the humor in it. I'm not going to get into details of it, because that's I'm sure you'd be delighted to tell you about this lady woman who barely spoke English, who stood every time she was supposed to sit, and sat every time to stand, so the bailiff completely nuts, was a self-righteous ex-military judge who didn't think your wife going into labor was an acceptable excuse. Not serving your country and getting out of jury duty. That's the most remarkable thing about Dan. He finds the joy in life each and every day, regardless of the situation.
Yay.
Truly me. So the story I do want to share with you tonight is, and I have many to choose from, but the story I want to share with you tonight is my earliest memory of Dan. It was the 3rd grade. I had just moved from New York to Pittsburgh, so I was extremely excited to be invited to Dan's 8th birthday party. So the place, the local park in Oakmont, there were about a dozen or so boys invited, and we have a great time playing on the playground, swinging on the swings, going up and down the seesaw, round and round on the merry-go-round. After a while, Mrs. Stoner called us over to the picnic table. Yes, you're involved.
Yes, you are, Mom.
Called us over to the picnic tables for lunch. After a while, as with all birthday parties, it was time for the cake. The boys all gathered on the picnic table Dan was seated at and began singing Happy Birthday. Mrs. Stoner brought over the cake. She has no idea what's coming. Mrs. Stoner brought over the cake, candles lit, set it down in front of Dan. Now this is the point of the story where things go a little awry. I distinctly remember Mrs. Stoner saying, "All right, boys, on the count of 3, we're going to blow out the candles." That was the we. In hindsight, I'm sure she meant we are going to watch Dan blow out the candles. But my mind thinking, it's a little different in Pittsburgh than there in New York. New York is an individual thing, but I kind of like the group approach. I'm game. I just get my way a little closer to the picnic table, get a good angle at the candle. Mrs. Stoner continues, okay, 1, 2, 3. So I, in my mind, the rest of the boys begin to blow out the candle. After I exhaled on my breath and all the candles are extinguished, I sit back and it dawned on me, you know, I don't think all those boys joined in. I should just stand by and tell you the truth. I think I got the jump on it. So looking around the table, I see a bunch of blank stares looking back at me. He's like all kinds of Dan. He's just beside himself. Trying to figure out what he's starting to process what just transpired. I can only imagine he's thinking to himself, who in the world is this kid sitting across from me? How did he get invited to my birthday? So at this time, Mrs. Stoner, who's no rookie defeating a bunch of wild boys, jumps into action, starts pulling out the candles out of the cake and preparing to slice it. Right about now, it occurs to Dan that he successfully brought all the candles.
Oh no!
So therefore, contract with the birthday wish fairy, thinking all the way, he enough to transform her action figure. So he starts to panic. He pleads with Mrs. Stoner to put the candles back in the cake, relight candles, and start the whole process. So, Mrs. Stoner Mrs. Stoner, who has been through this process more than enough times, simple response, "Oh, Danny," continues to slice up the cake and distribute it. Before my league, this did not sit well with Dan. 30 years later.
30 years?
Yeah. You think that a few candles would be wider into the bridge. I know about it. This has been a thorn in Dan's side. Big men that like to present Dan with two items. First, like to present with a gift.
You hold this one. You hold this one.
Oh, is it a transformer?
Just as much fun playing with this game.
Dreams do come true.
We needed this one for our collection. We have so much space in Philadelphia. We just have transport.
Is that Bumblebee? That is a good one.
Go Bumblebee.
Second, I'd like to give Dan a second opportunity to blow out his 8th birthday cake candle.
Very cool. That's really
I hope those are trick candles.
Oh, there's 8 candles. Do we get to sing happy birthday?
Yeah, let's do it.
I would like a happy birthday
to you.
Hold on. But first, it occurred to me that the reason why Dan and I have been such great friends all these years may be because there's some cosmic event that happened all those years ago when we shared one last birthday candle. I'd like to invite Erin to join in and blow out. So the count of 3. If everyone please raise their glasses in a toast. Dan and Erin, may all your wishes come true.
Hey, cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
Mrs. Stoner, would you like to take him out?
Relight him! But Erin needs to do it! I won't light him again!
Cut the cake quick! Cut the cake quick!
No.
You're just going to cut the cake and get
Light the candles again! Light the candles again! Light them again! Light them again! Oh, Danny!
She will not do it.
You only got one light of the candle.